Ding ding. Thanks for joining us here for another deck concept video. Today's concept is based around drawing cards and using, for the most part, the eidetic memory, legendary enchantment, to make our creatures irresistible to their life totals. So let's break this down and give you guys a closer look. Starting off right away with Consider. One casting cost instant, survey one, then draw a card. It's just meant for instant card draw. A lot of cards here will take advantage of drawing cards, and in this case, this one fits in right well. Evolved Sleeper, one of my favorite one-drop black creatures. One black for 1/1 creature human. Powered up for one black, he becomes a 2/2 human cleric. For another one black and one other, he then becomes a 3/3 Phyrexian human cleric. And for every 2 black and 1 other after that, he gets +1/+1. You get to draw a card and lose a life. So once again, card draw. Also a really good creature for nice early drop that can still hang out with the late game. Death Touch for just a second ability makes him really good defender if you ever get in the situation. Ingenious Prodigy. 1 blue X for a 0/1 human wizard. Skulk. Ingenious Prodigy enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Prodigy has 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it, you may remove a +1/+1 counter from it. If you do, draw a card. And Skulk is a creature with Skulk can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. The X ability on this creature makes it really flexible. Many times you'll want to cast a second spell to meet your Shredder's requirement, and even just dropping him for 0 to be an 0/1, he is useful. We have ways for getting tokens back on him, +1/+1 counters, and starts his ability right up. And drawing a card every turn is, well, as everybody knows who plays this game, is a great advantage. Being able to drop him a late game to just be a big piece of beef is also a very nice option. So again, the X makes him very flexible. Do not be afraid to even do it just for 1. That means you get to draw an extra card next turn. Sometimes that'll turn you over. Duelist of the Mind. This is a card that some people don't see coming until you've already drawn like 5 or 6 cards that turn, and then they're looking at this 6/3 monster that has vigilance and rolling over and flies. So 1 blue, 1 other for a star/3 defense for flying vigilance. Its power is equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. And whenever you committed a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. So it lets you draw cards, which in turn makes himself more powerful. Just by targeting things. So if you use your Bitter Triumph, or if you use your Scoured Springs, putting in a target on that creature then also gives him the benefit of drawing cards. So nice sleeper. Ledger Shredder, one of the cards that helps you cycle more by constantly drawing cards, and then in turn getting bigger and bigger every turn. So 1 blue, 1 other for a 1/3 flying bird advisor. When a player casts the second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder connives. He is really good against red as well, because red's always casting multiple cards a turn, so he's getting bigger on their turn, and then he's getting bigger on your turn as well. And he can become quite the finisher when he gets large enough. Drawing cards all the time allows you to cycle through, and it really kicks up the Prof's eidetic memory. 1 blue, 1 other for a legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. You have no maximum hand size. That's irrelevant with this deck. You'll always be dumping your hands. But if you ever do need it, I guess. At the beginning of combat of your turn, if you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X +1/+1 counters on target creature you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn, -1. So you have to draw 2 cards or more every turn to at least get +1/+1 put on any of your creatures. This deck has lots of ways to draw cards, and in turn, the eidetic memory will just be throwing tokens around on just anything you want. Most times you're going to throw it on the Duelist, or you'll throw it on the Scholar. Their vigilance gives them a massive advantage in that they can attack and defend, and a couple of counters on this Duelist, and suddenly from a 0/3, it's now just a flying wall that attacks every turn. So the memory is a fantastic card. It's one of the cards that really puts this thing over, and it's super cheap. And it's an enchantment, so many times people don't really bother with it. And the smart ones go right after it. They'll know what it's all about. But you have a lot of complementary cards as far as card draw goes. This is just one of the ones that really takes advantage of that card draw. Bitter Triumph, staple for black removal of planeswalkers and creatures. One black, one other. As an additional cost of the spell, discard a card to pay 3 life. Destroy a target creature or planeswalker. You have the Shielded Dread to gain life, so if you get far enough up, you don't even care about paying the life, or in some cases where your opponent's just not able to do much to you, you'll have lots of life to spare. Tossing the card as well is an option, especially if you have more land than you need. But, you know, it's just a great flexible card that's just 2 mana, so much for that creature or planeswalker. See you later, not a bother. Works well with the duelist in that anything you target your opponent is considered a crime, therefore your duelist can also draw a card. So a lot of the times you'll want to even cast it on your turn, so the duelist to get a little bit more attack power on your turn to be able to take advantage of that. Evangel of Synthesis. 1 black, 2 other, or 1 black, 1 blue for a 2/3 Phyrexian Human Cleric. When Synthesis enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. As long as you're drawing 2 or more cards this turn, Synthesis gets +1/+0 and has Menace. The Menace is a nice little perk, makes it so that he can try and be a little annoying piece while people are dealing with the bigger threats. This guy just throw a few tokens on him and he's got Menace and he's running through and he's creating a lot of trouble. Also just gives you the ability to draw a card. Dropping him with the memory out gets you some more cards in your hands. Gives a benefit to Shielded Dread, gives a benefit to Tef. Steam Core Scholar. 1 blue, 2 others for a 2/2 flying Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards. Then discard 2 cards unless you discard an instant or sorcery or a creature card with flying. This plus this means he's a 4/4 by the end of your turn just for drawing the cards. If not, he works again with pumping him up or pumping the Shielded Dread up. Like, it's a very useful card in this instance. It also allows you to get through things faster, so you can just straight up find these cards that you're looking for. And then again, it has the advantage of flying and vigilance. It'll be a defender and an attacker, and if you get it all pumped up, it can be a finisher with that vigilance. Gix. Yawgmoth Praetor. Use this card a lot. It's a staple for many black decks. 2 black, 1 other for a 3/3. When a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, a controller may pay 1 life. If they do, they draw a card. And then the extra ability of 3 black, 4 others. Discard X cards. Exile the top X cards to your opponent's library. You may play lands and cast spells from one of them exiled this way without paying the mana cost. It's a good card to draw cards. It works well with the Shielded Dread again. But the cards you draw from this guy aren't until after combat, so your eidetic memory cannot take advantage of what Gix's ability is. So it's a little bit of a drawback. I don't use it a lot, hence why there's only 1 in the deck. But Gix plus the other 2 cards that we're going to be describing, he runs into them very well, and it helps. Again, he won't pump the duelist up because the duelist will be attacking before that. But either way, Gix plus creatures, especially cheapy creatures you can get out real quick, can at least draw you some cards. Shielded Dread, the black staple that's many people dread because it's just a sign of the way the meta is. One of the cards you have to have. It's a staple, right? 2 black, 2 other for 4/5. Death Touch. Phyrexian Praetor. When you draw a card, gain 2 life. When your opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. 4 mana for a 4/5 Death Touch with those abilities. It's just bananas. Like, this is one of those cards you never have to worry about crafting. If you should use wild cards, you definitely use the wild cards. Get this card. The whole deck just likes to draw cards, so he'll just get you or she'll just get you gobs of life. And hopefully they've gone through the rogues gallery you have here, and they won't have any way to kill this creature by the time it finally gets out. And then Tef. Temporal Pilgrim. 2 blue, 3 other, legendary planeswalker Teferi. Comes in with 4 loyalty counters. Whenever you draw a card, put a loyalty counter on this guy. 0, draw a card. -2, create a 2/2 blue spirit token with vigilance. And whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. And then -12 loyalty. Target opponent chooses a permanent they control and returns it to its owner's hand. Then they shuffle each non-land permanent they control into its owner's library. His final ability is bananas. It is a game ender. I managed to squeeze in one bonus match after my closing statement match, and that's exactly what happened. He got to 12. As soon as I popped it off, the opponent cratered. There's no point in playing when you have nothing to stop anything. His creature ability, or the creatures he puts out, their ability works really well with this deck. Again, you're drawing creatures like crazy, so he gets bigger, the creatures he makes gets bigger, he himself can draw cards to get bigger. It's not hard to get him up to 12 in the right situation. You know, you can just start gaining 4 or 5 tokens on him, so in a couple turns he can get his ability. If not, he is one of those planeswalkers people are going to kill, because they'll notice your deck's drawing cards like crazy, and the creature will then get unruly for their abilities to handle. The mana is pretty easy. 5 islands, 1 soaring city, 4 swamps, 1 abandoned mire, 2 restless reefs. You can play with it or not. I'm not a fan of tap cards, especially with stuff cheap. I like to get it out fast. Marsh, Shipwreck Marsh, 3 Soured Springs, and 4 Underground Rivers. I hate pain lands, but they're needed, especially early on. Again, you don't want to be too slow with this deck. And Soured Springs. So the targeting ability of this activates the Duelist. So it's not a bad turn to drop the Duelist and then drop a Soured Spring, because then you'll just draw a card and then pump him up too. But you'll see it in the playtest videos. So that's it in a summary, guys. Check this deck out. It's fun. Today actually happens to be my birthday, and I love card draw decks, so this is a treat for myself to find a way to make it successful. I think it's pretty good, actually. It hangs in there. Not much threat from mono red, even, in a way, because the creatures you got can hold them off, and if they're wasting time killing your creatures, then one just has to get too big. Mono red can handle it. Obviously the counter decks and stuff, but you know, every deck has a weakness. Take care, everyone. Subscribe if you like what you see, and leave a comment if you have any thoughts yourselves. Take care and have a great day. I'm going to. See you later. Welcome, everyone. More standard rank, best of 1. I do not mind this start. Nice cheap cards. Always like having the eidetic memory in my hand. Let's see how long the shredder lives for. I don't mind hiding. I have played with it before. Though it does stop the shredder. But we have ways of drawing cards. What do I want to do for the first turn? Because the creator doesn't matter. But I do want to get that going, so... Thank you. Oh, Forge. Yes, I will block you. Good, if that's the case, we're going to start seeing Emperors and all sorts of other unseemly things. Creator first. We're gonna have a handful, that's for sure. Get the Pilgrim out there, start drawing more cards. Doesn't have it. Thankfully, a lot of the creatures I have abilities beyond just being cast. so I can play into them. The shredders are very low in the list though, so if we're to sacrifice any creature, it will be a shredder. At least until I find a way to deal high mean, but I don't think well, I don't think I'll get to that point. Unless he sacrifices himself.
Go sow some chaos.
I'll absolutely discard a card.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Do I really want to use the Consider? Not yet. I want the tap to go first.
Fool doesn't mean we have to be overly serious. Right, nobody knows the past better than me.
We definitely get rid of these things.
Not worth the effort.
Not backing down.
My coin.
What do I not want? I'd like to keep the reef, but I'm getting rid of it because I don't want to let him take advantage of his other ability for not discarding a card. There goes my Tef. Oh, no blocks.
No setbacks next time. Bet you need a hero. Well, here I am. There is much the past can teach us.
My revenge will be cruel and painful.
Oh, flanker. Don't see that played much. I want to save the extra island for the Consider. So if he's playing in, say, dropping a 5-bomb, I can actually save my Tef by drawing a card. You always have to be worried about that for red. 5 damage to all planeswalkers and all creatures. Well, we get -1, -1, unless he's going to give something +2/+2. I like that card. Are you coming after me? No, straight to me. Well, let's go this way. I like the sleeper. We're keeping the sleeper. Hitting for 5. You gotta be concerned, I bet. What one card do I want to play, and how do I protect myself against a potential AoE? I guess so. Right away. Pan off. Discarded a card. Don't really want to discard any. Scholar. Sleeper. has 2. At least that'll leave a mark. No Emperor. Oh yeah, draw it up. Options, options, options. Blanker, eh? JB trying to lock things down. There goes my duelist. Much sad. Discarding a card, clearly. Ow. Discard 2 cards, eh? How was those 2? I've got enough to kill him right there.
You deserve a chance to start over. Gonna be rough, though.
That's pretty crazy, eh? Even I got caught watching it there. Well, so much for high noon, eh? He hurt himself, maybe more. Thanks for watching, everyone, and let's get starstruck and watch the next match. See you soon. Standard, ranked best of 1. Thanks for joining us, everyone. More Magic Arena. Not a terrible start, but that's some big casting costs with a little mana. But we got some targeting ability things. Well, we'll try. We'll try. Oh, of course. Artifact or creature card. Gotta go for the duelist. It's the soonest thing I can cast. Soonest? What a great word. Well, get that out of the way. The earliest thing I can cast. Language failing me. Well, that Tef's gone. Good thing we have a few in the deck. Back we go. All you gotta do is aim for 1, go ahead. Well, we're just casting ourselves right into this game. Look at us go. Creature or sorcery or instant or 2. I like that. So I guess I'm going to get rid of one of them. Sad face. But I now have no more mana issues, and we should ramp up to Tef pretty easily. And if they're having mana issues, well, AJRX is going to have a tough time. But he could also have all the answers he needs. He didn't pull a land from me, and he's still looking for one. And he didn't pull an instant. He would have used it. He did get his land though. And he got my evolved sleeper. Well, that's a nice turn. Could he be saving it for the TEF? Possible. Let's send my Sheila Dread in first and see what we got. One more. You're not just using that, are you? Well, at least I know you're not going to do anything with one land. Or one island to stop the TEF from going out.
Don't feel bad when you lose. Quite a tough opponent. There is much the past can teach us.
Wonderful combo. Yeah, he was a little behind there, wasn't he? Well, off to match 3. See yous in a sec. Later. Hello for the next match in standard ranked best of 1. Magic Arena. I like that start. Wish I had more early creatures, but there's always something you want for a hand in this spot. Let's get right into the duelist. Possibly pop off the Sour Springs next turn. And set myself up for some potential. Or just expire him right now. Oh, well, even better. Will you let 2? Or is that me getting crazy? Well, I don't think you need to do that, but sure, let's do this instead. I like the land. He's not playing much. Scholar, I guess. We want some defense. Bitter Triumph will stop any out of control elements. Let me walk right up the ladder. And he sees the value in it. Fine. I don't think you're giving me a fair shake there, though. See, what harm would have been to leave that around? Well, we know what kind of mage we're dealing with. I'm tempted to bring up the Restless Reef. He's just sitting back there. What is he really doing? Control. Black, blue way. Dimir. Well, let's do it. Huh.
Faced with tragedy, even observers need to take action.
Just straight out get rid of him.
We'll have to try again. I am here to learn.
This guy's not any fun at all, is he? Oh, we're doing a lot of baiting, but that's fine for now. He's not putting up much, but I don't know, that's when they always drop down for something crazy. If he's trying to kill it or stop it, at least he understands the value of it. In we go. Very successful hand. I wonder what board clear is coming. Straight killing them. No board clear. Interesting. He's not doing much over there, is he? Not doing much. He doesn't like this taff either. Let's me have it. How generous.
You know, I've always got time to fight. There is much the past can teach us.
What to go with, right? All right, down we go a little further. We knew something was coming. Do I try and finish him off with that? The Restless Reef. He must have something though. Emperor. Well, at least I can take care of the Emperor.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it. This is what you get for hurting my people.
This is what you get for coming out of your hand.
I still have much to learn.
Let's get ourselves up another creature, right?
Who's that handsome devil?
That is a pretty handsome devil. Pretty handsome devil indeed. Let me have a guess. Well, I don't mind paying the 2. Would have liked a better had to pull both, right?
Now that is an interesting fact.
Let's hit him hard. That Emperor I don't care about. But it also will meet the fate of the
I've
other.
learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Goodbye, Emperor.
I guess that's it then. May your blade strike true.
Alright, now what are you pulling, Mr. Andrea? Low hope. No board clear, that's going to cover you with 3 mana. Well, I like that you didn't give up. Maybe. Unless you pull out hope, which that I don't like at all. Stacking it up.
I am here to learn.
See, I figured, eh? He wasn't giving up yet. You can still have a board clear. Definitely taking action. But you can't have too many more Hail Marys like that. It's part of the reason why I spread out the counters. What? Oh, I'm absolutely taking this. There you go. Thankfully. Take it back. Let's try this again. Go for another spin. See you in the next match. Later. Mental Doctor, standard rank, best of 1 Magic Arena. Put that on a fortune cookie. Thanks for dropping by, everyone. I'm not exceptionally happy with that start. I like the mana, the Creator. No, I'm going for it. I'm the crazy. I'm throwing this away. You watch. Mental Doctor, Witness Mentality. We are going to have to go through our wheel fast to try and find some creatures. We've got the mana to run them. You snarling beast. Oh, keeping you. I'm keeping you. I'm gonna start getting ready for turn 3. Hit me, Snarling Gorehound. And if this is a roots deck, well, that could be no bat, eh? Bat's gonna take the Scholar. Not a roots deck though. Unless they added blue. It's just rare to see the Gorehound in any other deck type. No, he didn't take that. Well, that's unusual. He must have cut down in his hand. Kill the Scholar and he doesn't have to worry about it. Discard 2. This Springs for sure. Island? I'd like to be able to get rid of 2/5. I don't like getting rid of the reef. Oh, woe is me. But alright, alright. Got the Molten Kitty. What do you have, Mental Doctor? She would get out. And watch him go. Waving like Forrest Gump on that shrimp boat. I like that card too. Sheila Jones one of my favorites. Let's get you out there.
Tragedy,
Probably gonna
even
die.
observers need to take action.
So I'm gonna go a card first.
Now
Just not
that
getting
is
it,
an
eh?
interesting fact.
Wow.
Can't afford distractions.
I'll take it. I have lots of land to throw away. Embarrassingly so, compared to you, Mental Doctor.
Knowledge is meant to be shared.
Giving myself lots of options here. Wait till next turn though for the duelist. Oh noes. Now the Gorehound I can block unless he kills another creature, in which case, see it now. Can't keep you alive with that kind of barrage. Oh, my Sheila Dread would have been so nice. I just need to find another one, right? Just need to find another one.
There is much the past can teach us.
And build up some defense. Stop the mean people from beating me all the time. I'd like to send in the synthesis too, but his menace makes me want to keep more defense back. Oh, well, now I don't have to worry about the menace anymore. Well, Mental Doctor, you have all the cards in the hand, and you're just starting to get some mana. I need to draw a lot more cards, if you don't mind. Maybe even get my TEF up to 12. 13, 14, you know, lots of counters. Oh no! He was cool, dude. But at least you have no board sweeper. Yeah, you can't really come over now, can you?
It's nice to see a familiar face.
Oh, do you have a counter spell? You do. Ah, I even saw it. I think one of the cards I peeled. Would have been nice. Mental Doctor holding on. Gex wants it. Can't have it. Let's just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Now that is an interesting fact.
We have a lot of options now. How do I start going? Yeah, going right up the ladder here. And it still gives me the option for the Bitter Triumph. Alright. Ah. Well, I'll take that. It's on the way. Creature, eh? Good card. What are you gonna do now? Oh, nothing. Well, I'm gonna discard a card. No. No, I don't do anything. gonna do that during my turn so the duelist can take the advantage right away. Don't want it. Well, I do, but I don't. That's what I want. Sweet, sweet comfort of life. Anything I want. Oh, I'm getting all the wants now. Oh, there you go. You got some things you wanted to.
I am here to learn.
Alright, you can go. And you can stay. Next turn we have this. Now you want to draw cards, right? There you go. Bam. Though he started slow. But that is what my deck does too, so. See you guys in the next match. Have a good one. And here we go. More Magic Arena. Standard rank, best of 1. I wish I had a land that wasn't tapped, but other than that, this is a workable start. Let's get this out right away. Get that tapped out of the way. One angry puppy. White Legends deck. That's good. Let's get our shredder up there. Oh, duelist. What? Oh. I would take mistakes. I'll never question an opponent when he's making a mistake. Bring me a card, please. Cryptic Sloth, get with it, pleasures. We'll stop right there. The duelist won't be able to do anything now. He'll have to address at least one of them if he wants to start this. Are we looking at a poison deck? I guess we'll tell with the third card, won't we? I like that I have no poison counters on me yet. Your spells are not nearly efficient until they hit 3. Really? Bringing it on, bringing it on. He's committed now. What are you gonna do, Defector Monk? Okay. What do you have, Jabone? Jaboni? What? You're supposed to evolve. Well, that's a sadness. Yeah, no, do it, man. I made a mistake. Get a card out of your hand at least. There we go. Mistakes aplenty. Yeah, they got a creature out of it. That's pretty cool. Makes me wonder what else he has, though. Get my shield right out there. Make him have to think again. None of that poison on me, please. And I got him to get rid of one of his better cards, too. To save the duelist. Interesting move. Oh, Hive. What do you have for me now, Hyped Sloth? Three cards in the tank. No poison counters on me to speak of. Two colored creatures to block. He has to go after probably the Shredder. Because then he can just make the duelist unblockable to black. But I guess not. I guess he's just gonna do his thing that he's got thinking here. I've got more. Well, it would have been nice to have. And he's down to 2 cards now. Well, we're not going to attack. Not yet. I want to get in a position of more control. He doesn't have anything to speak of defense-wise, and offense-wise, he's just got the duelist. It's what he has in his hand that I'm wondering about. And having another Sheila Dread's not so bad in the background. Nobody likes the apocalypse. Well, hello there. 2 of you. No board clear coming. Still got that phasey out card though. Phasey out card, man. March of Swirling Mist. Just different names for the same things. At this point, the effect is what matters. And Hyped Sloth is in the tank. What? Okay. All that just to get something on, eh? Oh, I want that land so bad. I'm going for it. Goodbye, shield. Well, no, the sleeper dies. There's no question. You're not touching me, poison boy. I do not like this, said Sam I am. Guess we'll get rid of that land. We like our Tef next turn. That's not so bad either. I need more defenders, for certain. More. Tick, tick, tick. Alright. And he could try and rush me with everything. But his duelists with at the very least one will. No, they should both die. So I can block one with the color he doesn't protect. Yes, please. And for now we need more
Tragedy,
defense out
even
there.
Observers need to take action. I've got
Tap land out of
eyes
the way.
everywhere.
Now if I attacked for 7, it still leaves me at 4. But then he could possibly start getting life. And he'll protect with blue with that. So no attack. Possibly save the Tef, and then next turn I think we're gonna move in. should Shield Dread still be alive. So we're keeping those poison tokens off you with these decks. And that being big zero is a nice benefit. Once he gets 3, this thing starts cranking out lifelink. Do not want. Well, he is a hyped sloth, I guess. Oh no! Oh well, I'll get to draw another card next turn. Shredder first, Sleeper second. I might even have a nice 4/4 Vigilance coming over there. He has nothing now though, he knows it. I might even let him hit me with a Duelist. Should he choose black instead of blue? It's the only one he's attacking with. You want to attack with the other one, I'll just be running into that wall. Such everything. Yet nothing. I might even let the tough die, it really doesn't matter. You to eat, you to eat. Because I can. That's about it. Yeah, that's a lot of poison out of me, but it don't really matter. Because that's game. Oh, hey, look, face thingy. Alright. Another one in the pocket. Let's go for one more and do a wrap up maybe. See you guys in the next match. Thanks for watching. Potato. Thanks for watching, everyone. More Magic Arena. I like that setup. Everything's nice and quick. Get things out there fast. Thumbs up. Standard rank, best of 1. Hello, Sleeper. Hello, Shock. Zappa. No. Well, still maybe. Lightning Bolt. The pain. Shoot the Sleeper. Or sit and really think about things. One more land. Yep. And I'm going to hang. Because this could be one of those instant Soldier Boy casters, and I like to catch those and give them a good swamping. There we go. Helix. Can't let that get out of control. I would like it if you tap a land though. 2 at least. But sit there and think, Roy. With an E. Playing Possum, eh? Nice downing me. That'll be good next turn. This turn though, we get this guy going. Decline, because we have a lot to throw out. I want to keep this ring because it's going to keep me drawing cards. Bonk-a-bonk. 4/4 Vigilance. Flying. Dapper man, Scholar. Very dapper with that hat. I mean, he may be an apparition, a weird detective, but he's got style. What's wrong with face down card? Duelist of the mind. Draw me some cards, please. What do we get rid of? Lean towards the Evangel because we're going to need to start killing things here soon. And that means my triumphs are important. That's another card draw potential, so I don't really want to toss that either. Having creatures would be nice, but this is just the way we have to go with these things. Roy, stuck thinking. It's only 4, dude. You're at 22. You can take the hit. Like you're going to let your angel die, right? That's next turn. And whatever you cast. And then we'll see what happens next turn. Whatever you have face down there, I'm not a fan of, if that matters. Some purposeful jack-in-a-box designed to ambush and surprise me. Resplendent angel. In the morning, baby. Alright. Springs me first. Get myself another attack power. And we don't need that. What do you do, Resplendent? Yeah, I don't like you either, right? We'll pay the life because they've not been much of a threat so far. Go this way, and that way, and attack say. Do I let that? I gotta get rid of that. I'm not letting them cast things. Yeah, I'm not a fan, alright? But she's gotta go. Gives mana. Produces godlike angels with their powers. Unsubscribe. Do not want. Slow you down, Roy, so my attack force can come at you for some more. Which will probably be the Scholar next turn. Because who doesn't like +2/+2 on a 2/2 Vigilance flying? Might even be enough to finish this game. Should Roy do anything so foolish as to not address the creatures on the ground. Or, well, there you go. Provide some form of defense. You're going to have to die to block though, so I like where that's going. What you going to give him? He's outgunned over here. Exactly. What are you going to do with that? Decline, toss the 2 lands. 2. Draw another card. For it increases my glorious powers. And drop my dude. So what is going to come over there? Stomp-a-tompins. We'll go with another Scholar because what's here already is enough for his death. Told you Seraph was going to be a street pizza. Why would you take the 4 and not the 6? Thanks. Good game to you too, Roy. Well, there's our 6. Thanks for checking the video out, guys. I might try it for a couple bonus matches, but you get the gist. This thing can build your creatures up fast, and Vigilance is for the win. If you like what you see, subscribe. I'm hoping my sound issues are a little better this video. I took some time to try and see if I can address that. I'm always trying to make this channel better. It's just slow because I don't have much time. Leave a comment if you have anything on your mind, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video, as they say. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch us on the next deck concept here at Ding. Later. Alright. I'll like the start. Even better. Standard ranked, eh? Oh, Dread Knight. That looks like a very hungry scorpion. River, Duelist of the Mind. I did have to do that. Oh well. These are the things you do when you don't think. My own version of Mono Red, Lost in Space. Hello, Trespasser. You're a good card. One I might not even like. So what would I do this turn instead then if I had the choice? Would be to drop the Marsh and pump the Sleeper. Force him to take it out so the Trespasser can get through. But then Trespasser gets bigger, isn't solvable. Yeah, let's go with the Springs. Draw the card, set our base up more. Island, see ya. And drop a Shredder. Yep. And just you, go on over for a little poke. Trespasser, eh? What you gonna kill then? EOE Voob? EOE Voob? How do you pronounce that? Ooh, he's coming right in. Eating my lands. Yeah, Sleeper. Well, no, let's just let the hit hit. It's only 3. We're early. We got this. Another Shredder. And now a shooty thing. Yeah. Ugh. Yup. Don't want to, you're gonna go though. Would like to keep you. And yeah, I guess you get to go also. Over we go for some more. Morted. Well, better him than me. And now I got something to block. Mr. Trespasser. Great card. Oh, Alcazat's Deepest Betrayal. Alcazat's.
Past is a puzzle, and I'm going to solve it.
He's going to die soon, I suspect, so we're just going to hang back and let it fly onto Crump's crown. Sharp-eyed rookie. Yep. Don't want to, did. Don't want to. I don't throw something that makes my guy bigger. Over comes the Alcazats. Aclazats, like I was saying. Kerbonk. Yeah. He's gotta stay, man. Yes, I'm starting to see he's gonna be valuable here. Going to be valuable. You. No. You, yes. Oh, yes. That's not what I wanted, Wadna. I guess we should have made a creature before all of that, right? I didn't expect to run into all that, but then again, I didn't really stop to think either. It's not my strong point. It's a good card to get, right? So you got a blocker is what he's got, he says. Well, ground creatures are afraid, and hopefully air creatures are afraid as well. Let's make a bunch of afraid things over there that we don't have to be afraid of, and we can start taking advantage of our Shield Dread. Something he does not want. Glissa, good one. That's gotta die. All three bats. He's getting the hint that these bats can get out of, or this deck can get out of control with card draw, I bet. So you has to block there, you has to block there, that's it, right? That is it. Two things go to the mortal plane. Thank you. I like you. We're going to actually toss you. Who doesn't like watching this guy get monstrous? Though Glissa changes everything. I hate this. Glissa mixing the sads. But I think you're about to get way more sad here in a second. Discard 2, 1. Don't want to get rid of the Prodigy, but I am. You can go. Yeah, now you're done, dude. You're cooked. Discard you. How will we put everything back in your hand? Well, one thing. And the rest goes into your deck.
I don't know about you.
Boom!
A lot of fun.
Tef. Lexin, eh? Another one in the pocket.